As promised, this is now the part 2 of my video about the Rejal Alma'a Heritage Village. What I'm going to bring you are the things inside the 900-year-old palaces that we have here in this heritage village. Join me as I enter this first ruins that I'm going to see. What do we have inside? You know what amazes me here is the walls are made of bricks, and guys, it's thick. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, I always love looking at old structures like this. And this is what we have inside. I am inside now this first palace that I entered. And, you know, because the walls are thick, so inside here, it's just like you are inside the cave. And there are bats flying around. All right, let me show you. You see them, okay, clinging on the ceiling. You know, unfortunately, I forgot again to carry with me my miner's lamp. So we are using the cell phones as our flashlights. Very nice. Now I climb on the upper level of the slope, and this is another palace on the upper level of the slope of the mountain. And I see here there are restorations going on. They are restoring the structure without defacing the original quality and the original looks of the structure. Wow, every palace is a different amusement, I feel, right here. Here at the upper level palaces, this is where you can find the museum that we have here. And this is the entrance to the museum. I'm walking in, going inside the museum. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a must-see place here in Rejal Alma'a. If you visit Saudi Arabia, you should visit Rejal Alma'a Heritage Village.
I'll show you, but this is what I'm gonna do. This kind of art, which is 300 years old art. Women before in this village, they use, they're kind of artists, you know, and they love,
Natural henna?
yeah,
Where?
they love summer colors, bright colors,
Okay.
as you see, like red, blue, yellow. You'll see this everywhere. Other than that, this is gonna be a room to rent soon when they're done with the renovation. Okay, so we're inside one of the palaces. The first thing you notice, they love colors, and this is kind of art. It's called gut. We'll see it better in other palaces. But one of the crazy things, look at the walls. Look how wide are they. Check the view.
This picture depicts the life here in the village during those early days. Here inside the museum, there are sections that shows the tools used in farming by the people during those days, like this one. But I do not know the name of this. You know, this is the first time that I see this kind of tool. But all you will see here are the tools used in farming by the people during those days. Still inside here, the agriculture section of the museum, and these are another types of bolos used by the farmers in cutting the trees, cutting the woods, cutting the grasses during those days. While this one, these are another type of spade used in digging the ground, digging the soil for planting. Now, the next one, this one, these are parts of the wooden plow, of course, used in plowing the fields for planting. This one, these are the tools used in carpentry, you know, building houses and also used in panning golds. That's why you see there are stone flakes on the basket. In this part of the museum, what are found here are the territorial animals that once lived the Saudi forest during those days. This one, I think this is kudu. And next to kudu is a wild dog. And on top of the table, there are, all right, let me show you. After the wild dog, all right, this is flat iron and kitchenwares. All right, kitchenwares, and there are pots used in storing water and fetching water from the wells. So this ones, so it's obvious. These are used in fetching water from the wells to the kitchen. All right. And next to this, I think, all right, this one, I think these are hunting guns used by the hunters for hunting the animals inside the forest during those days. And there is another kind of animal. I think that one is a wild dog. And I think there is another one. All right, this one, I think to the right side of your screen, I think this is a baby kudu. How I wish a curator is around so that he can give me the accurate information of what we have here. This one, these are dining wares again, and beside them is a hunting gun. Well, I don't know why they mix the hunting gun with the dining wares. There must be some reasons, maybe. These pictures again depict the life of the people here in the village during those early days. And here's now it's the picture of the palace, and it has a name, Rejal Alma'a. Now, again, these are the kitchenwares. These are pots used in storing waters. It's obvious, putting inside the house, of course, in the kitchen, used in cooking. And here is the bigger pot. And beside it is, the traditional dress of the people in the village during those times. And this part of the museum, look at this, another piece of art, wonderful piece of art, painted by the local artist in the early days. Wow, magnificent. And the wall is painted with what is this, amazing colors, according to my guide, using henna. And these are another kitchen or dining wares used by the people here in the village during the early days. All right, and there are how do you call it, stones on the counter. I think this one, the one in the middle, the engraved letters are the letters that you can find in the Saudi flag. So what amazes me here is the way they colored the wall, according to my guide, using the natural henna. And in this rock, what are displayed here are different types of guns. Well, I cannot name what are these guns because, I do not know when it comes to guns. And on the other end of the rock, the display rock, I think these are missile bullet. Well, you have to forgive me. I am not so familiar. Oh, look at this. Shall I call this missile bullet? Forgive me because I am not so familiar when it comes to armaments. And on this portion, oh, jewelries. Wow. You know, I what I am thinking right now is how these jewelries were crafted during the time, considering that still they did not have the modern equipment that we have today. And maybe if the famous jewelry designer that we have today sees this jewelries we have here, I think he will realize that he has something more to learn from the designers in the early days. On this portion, what we have here are the handcuffs and shackles used by the authorities to the criminals. So, bad guys, be thankful because you were not born then. Because if you were, of course, you could have experience using this one. After touring around the 900-year-old palaces, of course, you want to buy souvenir items to keep your memory about Rejal Alma'a visit. Here is the souvenir shop, and this is located at the lowest ground level of the palaces. So, those are the things that you will see inside the museum of the 900-year-old palaces here at the heritage village of Rejal Alma, Aser Province, Saudi Arabia.